guys, and welcome back to this week's budget review. For those of you who are new here, I chose the Hemlock and Oak 2023 Daily Planner for my budget planner for this year. And I know I say this every time that I get on here, that I should probably clean this thing up before I show it, but it is definitely well used, well loved. I absolutely love this thing. It's gorgeous. It's a beefy little planner. It's well made, and their 2024 editions just came out for pre-order. I went ahead and got mine. I definitely picked the midnight after seeing it. The rosewood color was like a strong second, but I'm really digging the midnight for my 2024 plans for my budget. So yeah, if you want to give this planner a go, if you want to check it out further, I am going to provide a link up there in one of the cards for a full flip through of when I first got it. And I do provide a link down in the description down below if you want to check out their website. And I believe it does give you like 10 or 15% off too if you do follow that link. So right now is a really good time to get your 2024 planner from Hemlock and Oak, because they do sell out quite quickly, and as far as I can tell, they don't restock. So if you are interested in a dated version of this planner, now is the time. But with that said, I'm going to go ahead and get on with our budget review for this week. I'm going to be just as surprised as you are, because even though I've been staring at this thing all morning long, my brain's fried and I can't really remember what happened. I don't know if it's good, I don't know if it's bad, so let's find out together. So the first thing that they do is they give you this 2 years at a glance overview page. I've never used these pages in another planner, so for the budget planner, I decided I was going to put my projected payoff dates, which would be down here in the pink. That's whenever I planned on getting these accounts paid off, so I went ahead and listed those under every month. And then as I paid off the accounts each week, I just highlighted them in the different colors, just because I was curious to see how long it was actually going to take me to pay these things off. So that was something that was pretty cool. That's something I didn't do for any of the other budget planners that I've had, and I'm gonna have to say that was highly motivational, because especially this capital card right here, for some reason it was kicking my butt. I was getting very unmotivated with it, and it was just looking back at these three accounts here that it was like, look dude, you've paid them off, just keep going, just keep making your payments. And I mean, I eventually did get it paid off, and I mean, we've just proceeded on. I mean, we are still on track. Discover is kind of scaring the living daylights out of me now, so I did add a Detritus printout, just to kind of make it a little bit more fun. Also to, so I can visually see my progress going on, because, I mean, let's face it, these guys were like little guys compared to this one. So this is my biggest one for the year. It is literally going to take me the whole time to pay this thing. I'm pretty sure of it, unless like a freaking miracle happens. But I mean, hey, if the miracle happens, then it's like self-explanatory, and it's like, oh, Sally won the lottery. Yeah, no. In reality, it is going to take me that. So instead of just coming on here every week and making a yellow line, I thought that this would be a nice visualization to see our progress. And I mean, we did do quite a bit for the first month. It's not as much as I wanted, but I mean, hey, it's still something. So chugging along on that, and that's the look of 2024 right there. It's definitely, I'm going to tell you right now, it's definitely a lot better knowing that like this is all I'll have to deal with versus this and this. So again, like I'm only like at the halfway mark But I mean, guys, that's some really good progress for it only being the month of July. So I'm 6 months into this. So I am making wonderful progress here. And okay, so the next thing that they give you is this full year at a glance dashboard. Again, I had no idea what to do with this thing when I first saw it, and for some reason I highlighted every single payday. That was the first thing that I did. Those are in green. Um, and then I figured, you know what, I need to keep track of what card I'm focusing on. So, of course, my focus card was Discover. I did not pay Discover off in June. I wish I did, but I didn't. Again, reality. So I just moved it over to July. Holidays are highlighted in purple. What else do I got? I got blues for birthdays. I even got the cat's birthday on there. This wonderful green is for taxes. Yellows are for large sums of money that come in and out. And of course, orange are those pesky vehicle expenses that come once a year that we always forget about. So, yeah, I'm really glad that I chose to mark these on here because I probably would have forgot about the vehicle inspection. So, I'm really, really happy that I chose to put those on here. Okay, so here we go to the original Tetris, which I don't know if I'm doing it on purpose or what's happening, but every time I go to color this thing in, it's like I'm trying to make it as ugly as possible. It's almost like how I feel about my debt. So, I don't know, guys. Like it's actually kind of starting to make me laugh now because it's like, damn, dude. Like, I know I could do better than that, but at the same time, I'm just like, I'm over you, Dad. I'm over you. I just want it to be gone. But, yeah, so we had this important page. Nothing is more important when you're paying down debt than knowing what you're starting with. It sucks. This is a highly emotional page, but I mean, if I wouldn't have written all these out, and because I mean, if you would have asked me in January, I would have told you it would have been like 12, 14,000. I had no idea I was up to 20,000, damn near 21,000. So, like it does. This is like the worst part. It sucks writing this out, but you need to know where you're starting at so that you can pay it off. And like I said, for this year, like I mean, I'm killing it, guys. I'm paying. I mean, I know like this is a wussy one, but you gotta understand. In January, that was scary. I was like, oh my god, I don't know if I could pay that off. So I am growing more confidence with paying these things off as the year progresses, because I'm starting to see like, hey, if you know, just break it down into so many payments and you pay them off in many chunks, and it's like, wow, look at that, that's gone. And then the number one rule is don't do it again. So that's what we're learning for 2023, so that this doesn't happen again. To make this page not like full of depression up here, you know, I do add up how much I pay towards my debts for each month. And again, this is the original debtors. So to make it easier so that I knew what I'm plugging in here, I just wait until the end of the month. I add up how much I paid towards my debts, and I mean, if the number's really close, I will divide it by 104.99. For the most part, I just do a 105, and I mean, this is where we're at. So, again, this is a really, really good visualization because you figure just to, you know, average it out. If this is 20, so that means each of these is 5, see? So I've already paid off 5,000 on my debt this year, and I'm working on that next 5,000. So, I mean, it's kind of cool. I'm pretty much guessing that I'm going to be either, probably either right at level 2, or I'm going to be going into level 3 by the end of the year. I mean, if I have more, that'd be really cool. But I guess I have like a pessimistic mind. I call it reality. but I'm gonna say I'm gonna be somewhere right in here by the end of the year. So, like I said, if I make it to level 3, that's going to be really, really cool. And I'll be satisfied with that. For the rest of these, I am looking into 0% balance offers. Um, one, just to make it easier to track. Two, that way I could save on interest and I don't have like all of these freaking payments to juggle per month. And speaking of per month, we're gonna, like, I know it's July, but we gotta go back to June for a moment, just because when I last left Ginge, it was the 25th of June. So, to demonstrate how I do my monthlies, again, you just take all of your bills, the projected dates that you have to pay these things, um, write them down, mark them down on your monthly calendar, and then, of course, enter in your paydays. But this way, like, I know, because I know a lot of people do budget paycheck to paycheck. I know a lot of budgeting systems do this budgeting per month thing. If you are literally living paycheck to paycheck, uh, I mean, I don't know, maybe there's somebody out there that could figure it out, but I was never able to do the monthly budget just because like you can see, like for this month, I have 3 paychecks. Now, granted, this paycheck really didn't affect June. It goes towards July, but if I was budgeting for July, it wouldn't show me those funds. So I don't know if that's why it didn't work for me. I mean, my math skills do suck, so I mean, maybe that's what it was. Probably a high percentage of it. But this whole budgeting per month thing never worked for me, so I've always done the paycheck method where I know I get paid on this day. I know these things have to be taken accounted for with this paycheck. And like we can see, there's a lot more going on here than there is here. So I'm going to take that into account now too, since I can visually see it. And I'm going to make sure that, like, hey, these things are probably going to come off of this paycheck. So, like, I'm not, like, beating myself with just one pay out of the month. I'm hoping that that makes sense. Again, I'm on summer shifts, so it does mentally exhaust me, drain me. It's, yeah, we're saying, hey, come on, August. I can't wait. So that's how I use, like, this monthly part of it. I do have my daily savings goal, even though I only take it out twice per month now. They go along with the paychecks, but technically this thing is $5 a day for the entire year. And since there's only 30 days in June, I just took 30 times 2 by 5, that's 150. And I know I have 3 paychecks, but just for simplicity, I kept it at the 2. So that gave me 2 payments of 75. So as soon as I transferred that over to my savings, I checked those off, which, I mean, I guess I could check those off. I don't know why I didn't do this. Again, summer shifts, guys. Summer shifts. So, of course, I got my daily savings goal that was taken care of. I did start out with a no credit card challenge for the year, which was going swimmingly well, guys. I like how I have to keep going back to these to show proof. But yeah, for the whole entire month of January, I did not use a credit card. For the whole month of February, I did not use a credit card. Not one single credit card, guys, okay? So just those 2 months alone, I was like, holy cow. Like, I can't believe I'm doing that, because I've been using credit cards for like 20 plus years every day. So just for even going 2 months, I was like, ooh, miracles do happen. And of course, March is when I started going back to my old ways. What I learned is I overextended the extras. For some reason in my mind, I thought doing 86 extra per week was doable. I learned it was not. It seems to be 50 is the nice amount for me. So, of course, April was followed with a bounce back of where, like, I did make it a couple days, and then I was like, oh god, now I gotta resort back to the credit card. And then I would make it a couple days, and then I was like, oh, now you gotta use it again. I don't like that. I don't. Definitely since I know that I can do it without them. Um, May was a little bit better. I did get a little bit more grounding with my feet there. So that May seems to be a pretty good month. Um, June, as you can see, it was spotty. This was spotty like April. But, I mean, I was doing some really good long stretches there without using it. I mean, come on, this is like a whole entire week of where I did not use it. So, I mean, it is possible. I would like to get back to January and February. And if you remember where I had all of my balances listed, January and February were the months where I was paying off more per month towards my dates. See? So, like, we have it up in the thousands for January and February. March, of course, was 900, but that's where I broke myself. So we don't want to repeat March. But I've been struggling to do the 800 per month. Like I said, May was a semi-decent month. I was almost, like, really close to 900. So, there is something now since I'm seeing it, so this is how all of these pages tie together. But with me not using the card at all, I was able to pay more towards my debts per month. So instead of paying towards those purchases that I really can't afford to begin with, it was going towards these. So I do want to get back to this whole don't use the freaking credit card, okay? I did do a tanning for the summer package. Should I? No, but it does make me happy. It's like a little glimmer of joy. And so it was, I can't even remember what it was. Basically, I took the total amount, I divided it, so it would have to be like 180 something. I divided it by 3, so I don't think I paid it in May. No. Okay, so June would have been the first one. July's the second one, which means August is the third. So I just paid on the first to get it out of the way. I thought I would have to pay off City for June, but I got that taken care of in May, so that was kind of a nice, sweet moment to start the month with. And of course, Big Bad Boy Discover, we started on him. Of course, I had to move one of the pay dates, but like I said, I don't have a minimum on it, so that made it really nice because I could just move the date. So, that's not really a quick explanation of my monthly, but again, the purposes of me doing these videos is one, for me to have accountability, because it does make me feel a little bit better about my whole debt situation, and that it's kind of like a mini therapy session for me now. And two, just for anybody who is in this similar situation and you're like scanning YouTube for like any type of hope or just I don't know, like anything, just to see like how to set up your planner or anything that you could do, just maybe to know that you're not the only person who has debt like this. That's the real reason why I do these videos, guys. I'm not a financial expert or nothing. I mean, it's pretty clear to see that. I'm just showing you little things that I'm doing. Some of them work, some of them don't. And like I said, like that whole not using your credit card for the whole month, that was giving me at least $200 extra more to pay off my debt. So apparently I'm using or putting $200 on a credit card each month that I really don't have, but I am paying off, and that's taking away from the extra money that I could pay towards my debts. So it took me to June to pick that up, but I mean, hey guys, it's better to know it later than never. So the last time that I would have saw you, which, oh, look how cute this little charm is, guys. Like, this planner brings me so much joy. Like, this is the longest I've ever stuck with a budget planner. So, it's either the planner or it's these videos. So, something here is happening. And yeah, so the last time that I saw yins, it was Sunday. And of course, I was complaining about how much I'm spending towards groceries. This is the first time where it's like actually starting to get me. And I think it's because I'm home in the evenings now, where I would have been at work in the evenings. And apparently, like, I'm some guru for fast food, but yeah, when I go to, like, Burger King would be $2.11. McDonald's would be maybe $3.49. So that's all I really spent for food for the whole entire week. Maybe some milk and coffee for the weekend, but I mean, that was about it, because I would be getting free Dominoes or something. I know it's not the healthiest of diets, but it was affordable. And there's just something about me being home in the evenings of where now, like, I'm like, oh man, dude, you gotta get food. And so I have to go to the grocery store. And somehow I'm spending more on gas too, which was another thing I normally do. Um, I get the free gas from Giant Eagle, which is hilarious because I just told you that I don't spend money on food, but like I would get the gift cards to go to the shops. And of course, my son uses my card, and basically, I was getting free gas because he would buy groceries. But yeah, like for some reason in June, I'm paying for gas, which I've like this is new to me, okay? Like I'm just like, what is this? So this is what everybody's been complaining about because this sucks. The other thing is the groceries where it's like, holy cow, like maybe it would have been 200 a month. And again, that's including like the gift cards that I would have used for like McDonald's or Burger King or Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen was an expensive one. But I mean, like I'm used to doing 200. I was already at 221. Now I just did 75. You can see on this day I added another 20. So I mean, like that's another 100 on there. So I'm like, what the heck is going on? I don't feel like I eat more in the summer, but apparently I do. So yeah, the price of food is getting ridiculous. I still had to go and pick up the basics because I forgot them the other day. It's probably the price tag of 75 that put me in a shock. Um, so yeah, it's funny because even though I went to get the milk and stuff, um, I just told Ray because Subway's like right out across the road from Giant Eagle, and I was like, dude, it's actually cheaper for us to go get 3 foot longs than it is to buy the stuff in the store to make them. So yeah, we took advantage of Subway's buy two get one free, and me and him ate Subway for dinner. So this leads us into the new work week here, which I am on these horrendous day shifts. Again, I'm used to night shift, okay? Like, I'm used to working these hours. Now I gotta work these hours, which means I have to wake up, like, somewhere up in here, which is when I'm used to, going to bed. So, I'm all messed up. So, yeah, basically Monday was just a blip. If I wouldn't write down in my actual daily, like, what I do for each day, I have no memory of Monday. Okay, like I know it sucked. By going back over the notes, I'm doing like super heavy labor. All right, I'm operating a machine that is 120 pounds. Um, it's like all day, like literally your body vibrates with this thing hours after you're done using it. It's hot, it's humid. Um, you literally look like you came out of a pool and not in a very hot manner. It's bad. And yeah, I don't remember Monday. But the good news, well, you could even see, like, I was trying to write down things and it was like, no, you were way off on your days. I just crossed it out. But, yeah, I'm too exhausted to spend. Like it takes everything in me to go to Sheets after work, okay? Like, so I mean, in one way, that's kind of helping with the spending, guys. We move on to Tuesday. This is what I was just referring to. Of course, the whole promotion for the pre-orders was last week, so I did take advantage of that. I don't know what it was. You got the planner. You got like these things free or something. I don't know. I just checked their website before I came on here just to make sure. But it looks like the price of the planner is the same. I actually think it's $1 less. I feel like I paid 66 for mine. It's 65 now. All the color options are still available. But yeah, no. So Tuesday, for some reason, I woke up and it was like, oh crap, I almost forgot about them. So I went back on, converted my rewards, and learned that there's a currency conversion. $75 in US is $58 in Canadian. So, I mean, I did have to pay a little bit. I thought I had enough to cover the whole thing, but I mean, guys, if you think about it, I got one of these with these, with the little charm thing. I can't remember if there was anything else. I don't think there was, but I mean, I got all that for $30, and 14 of it was shipping. So really, I got it for 14. I just paid 14 to have it shipped because, like, I love this planner, so I will pay to have it shipped to me. This thing's beautiful. I love it. And like I said, next year is Midnight Blue, because it's the end of the Sea of Debt. Or the black hole. So, I mean, it kind of goes for all of them. But, yeah, that was my fun for Tuesday. I did order vacuum brushes for work. I'm going to need those in August anyway, so I wanted to make sure they got to me. Okay, let's see here. We made it to Wednesday. Wednesday was taking care of bills, which, again, I normally don't do Monday through Thursday on a work week during the summer because my brain is chilly. So, I don't know, like I was just kind of looking at it and it hit me. I was like, dude, Netflix and Hulu is not appearing on my bank account. So I was like, all right, guys, where are you? So I went on to Discover because, again, I'm trying to figure out, like, can I do an extra payment? And lo and behold, there they are. I don't know when they got moved to the Discover card, but they did. I mean, at least it auto pays, so it's nice. But at the same time, it's like, guys, like, when when did this happen? So I just went ahead and added both of them up, paid off the charges. So it's still a no card day because it was paid on that day. Thursday was similar to Monday. So like Tuesday, Wednesday, I was kind of functional. I had like a 20% functioning there. I was able to go to Sheets, actually looked at some bills. Thursday is definitely like Monday. I really have no idea what happened. I know I was boosting floors. We're running the baby boost. I love how they call it the baby boost, but baby boost is 120 pounds. Again, it shakes you. You're walking around in slippy water with chemicals that will eat your skin off. I'm kind of missing the first layer off of my big toe right now. I'm still trying to figure out how it's my big toe. Yeah. So, yeah, that happened Monday or Thursday. I'm not quite sure when, but yeah, all I know is that Thursday was bad. It was just bad. It was extremely unpleasant. I've had enough of peopling. I was supposed to go to Sheets. I said hell with it, man. I drove home. I was like, I'm done. To tell you how bad Thursday was, I left the car unlocked and left the door to the house wide open and unlocked. Came home, passed out, and slept through the night. Those are two things I do not do, but Thursday I did. But again, great way of saving money. Okay, so now we get to Friday here. I always do an end of the month review. So typically I calculate how much I made, how much I spent, and how much I paid off. I did do a mid-month. Here we go, because I started thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? I haven't done one of these in a while, so I did a mid-month, and I did do like the category of how much I saved which is not one that I typically do, so I did have to add that. And you know, guys, like I'm just saying, like that's not bad. That is not bad. If you would have asked me any of those, like I would have thought that I spent way more. Um, I had no idea that I made that much for June. And I mean, I paid off 833, so I mean that's not bad either. So I mean that is well over my minimums. I believe my minimums are only about the 400 or 500 mark. So I mean I'm paying off way more than what I need to. It would be nice if I would stop using the cards, but of course Ellie uses the cards. But I did start paying them off. So I mean you know, you have your good and your bad. Okay, so then we're moving into July, right? And again, I'm focusing on paying off the freaking cards. I did have to order some wonderful items from Victoria's Secret last month, just because I have gained weight in the last year, and well, let's just say I needed more of a certain size, okay? I thought I could lose the weight by now. I didn't. So the girls need something to sit in. So we had to order two. At least I got them on sale. And I mean, I could have just made mini payments on this thing, but I just figured, you know what? I'm not having that whole Kohl's experience again with the raincoat. So we just paid that. That's done with. It's done. Okay. We've already pretty much done a month. I'll come back to that, but just to keep on with the dailies here. So this is today. I got a real nice Amazon surprise this morning. I really don't know what I was going on there to look on. I really shouldn't have been on there, but again, I do tag if I do go onto the websites. They're having some type of promotion that I saw that it was 40% off if you used your Discover points or 50% off if you used your Mercury rewards. And I was just like, what? You know? So I'm like, you know, you saw the debt I have. I have rewards out the ass. So I was like, dude, I got like this whole wish list on Amazon that I've had for my craft room. And it was like, well, you know what, let's put it on there. Let's put some of those items into the cart, see which ones count towards this sale. And I was able to use my Mercury points. That's the one I chose to go with. Gave me the best bang for my buck. And I was able to get a hanging vinyl storage thing so that I could like start putting in my papers and stuff that I used for my backdrops here. I could finally get those organized. I got that. I got a slide out keyboard for my new desk, so I could put like my drawing tablet on that thing and then use a TV screen for my screen. So again, it's not sitting on the floor behind me in my craft room. And of course I got a pack of AA batteries. It was like an $80 order and I got it for free. So that was cool. So I kind of got like my shopping thing done at the beginning of July and it's for $0. So really happy with that. I mean, that was a great time to get on Amazon. I don't know if they're doing that before Prime Days or what. I pretty much like don't let myself on Amazon at all for Prime Days, just because they talk you into buying stuff that you don't need. But you know, that was pretty exciting. I got another afterpay payment taken care of. Of course, took care of those bills. I did get an extra Discover payment on, I can't remember if I colored it in. I don't think I colored that one in, guys. I think I have to go back and do that. Of course, I paid off some plants that I got last month. I gotta go back and look at Tetris, because I'm telling you, because I remember coloring those in. That would have been the standard 100 payment for June. But no, we did not. We did not mark this in. Oh, slacking. Okay, so which ones do we want to do? I'm gonna do this one. So of course I made a $50 payment to Discover. So there we go. So we got 2 of those in. That's kind of nice. And yeah, so I mean, I did go ahead and start making some of these. My pen started dying, so of course we had to switch. But I mean, hey guys, I'm making those payments. Like I said, like I'm focusing on that whole paycheck thing, so I know this is the last paycheck. So basically, I try to bust these things out as soon as possible, and I am gonna wait until this Friday until I start working on these ones. It's probably gonna take care of this too, but I'm gonna have to say July is looking to be a very good month. Not work-wise, but budget-wise, and hopefully I can trim those groceries and gasoline bills down, because right now they're ridiculous. And I mean, that's it. That's really all I got to say for this week's budget review. Again, these reviews are not for like any type of expert advice. It's basically showing you what is my budget. If you even want to call it a budget, I just call it money bill debt management. And just getting to know the flow of your spending, why you spend. That's definitely with these parts up here. This is where I'm learning the why. It keeps track of your bills, your bill dates, you know, that type of thing, so that you don't miss a payment, because God forbid. And just giving yourself some neat little fun goals that are actually achievable if you do it within the limits of your budget, such as my 50 on the Sundays. I can't do 86. Thought I could, learned real fast, so I can't. So instead of giving up, we just moved it back down to 50, right? Because anything is better than 0. So again, I'm hoping that these videos are helping. I mean, at least just to give you a chuckle, because I mean, some of these weeks are just a complete shit show. And just to keep in good spirits on your budget journey, guys. So I am gonna officially close out now by saying thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it, and please remember to hit that like and subscribe button to see more Plan With Me's.